What's up, y'all? It's Ace Boogie, and I'm here to talk about why Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, not Nikola Jokic, is the MVP. We'll talk about this coming up next. All right, man. NBA season is wrapped up. We already got playoffs. We got playing. If you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I truly appreciate that. I'm here to talk about this MVP race here in the NBA. It's been a fun, exciting NBA season. If you haven't watched this season, I strongly recommend you take a look at what's going on out there. I mean, you got my Lakers back in the running. You got SGA. You got Ant. You got so many things happening. I mean, the Cleveland Cavaliers, if you talk about the East, the Knicks with Cat, there's so many things going on, so many storylines from this season, but the MVP has really been a race between three guys specifically: SGA of OKC, Nikola Jokic, as well as Giannis. I think Giannis is definitely the third guy in terms of that, especially with the 20-dime game that he had at the end of the season, showing that he could also be a distributor if need be. But I'm here to talk about SGA. This is an Oklahoma City team that ended up finishing 68-14. Let's just start there. He finished number one. They got the best record in their franchise history. They're first in the West, number one seed. The scoring efficiency, they had 12.7 points per game in terms of point differential. So not only were they beating teams, they were crushing them, and that was actually the most in history. SGA literally is the leading Thunder scorer. He was out there getting buckets. He led the league in scoring. And I get it. People are going to say, oh, scoring isn't everything. All right. Not only did he score 32.7 points per game, he also averaged 5 rebounds per game, 6.4 assists per game, and then 1.7 steals. So this is the thing when it comes to Shai. A lot of people only talk about what he does from an offensive perspective. He also is a two-way player. He's a valuable defender that helped contribute to the Thunder's overall success. Not only were they good on offense, they were good on defense, which is why you had that differential that they had there. And then you also talk about the strength of schedule. That was the strongest strength of schedule that they've ever had in their history, and they were able to do that. They averaged 120 and a half points per game. So this was a team that was not only successful, not only young, but dominant in the West. They were able to come out there and do their thing. And to me, nobody could stop Shai this season. It didn't seem like anybody could. He seemed like he was the number one ISO player in the league. And for me, it just makes sense that he's the MVP. It seems like a lot of people were upset last season that it was kind of stolen from him. And I would argue, even though Nikola Jokic is probably more important to his team in terms of him having to run the offense and everything, I still think the Oklahoma City Thunder, with a young team, no established guys outside of J-Dub doing his thing this season, kind of becoming an all-star, stepping into that role, they really are still extremely young. They're younger than some college teams out there that are playing right now. And Shai has just been the leader there, especially since he's gotten there. And you could tell that he felt like last season was his campaign that should have been his, that was not given to him. And this guy went out night in, night out, had 50-point games here and there like it was nothing. We have not seen a scorer on the level of Shai in quite some time. And I think that this season was really special to them. Just think about that. We're talking about an Oklahoma City Thunder team that won 68 games, right? And we didn't really track it. We didn't really look at what the Thunder did, what the Bulls did. Are they going to be able to beat this record? Because what they were doing was so amazing. But you kind of almost forget that they won 68 games. That's nothing to sneeze at. So him leading his team to the number one seed in the West, playing so many games, he was available for, I believe it was about 70 games that he played in. So this wasn't a guy that was taking nights off. He wasn't taking a break. And I get it. Like, Jokic has been great. He has been a guy that I feel like some people may have voter fatigue on, because it's like you could give it to him every year. I don't think he deserved it last year. I think he deserved it the year that Embiid got it. Sure, if that's what you want to say in terms of that. But I feel like right now, the last two MVPs have been Shai's. I mean, what that team has been able to do with him at the forefront, what they've been able to do in the West, what they've been able to do against really good teams, I think has been in a dominant run. And I mean, when you look at what's going on with the Thunder, you kind of had stuff that is all up and down. I mean, they just when you look at what happened with the Nuggets, they just had some stuff up and down. Their coach ended up getting fired. Russ has struggled to assimilate there. It seemed like it was working. Then there were some questionable things that happened, and now you're looking at a team that I don't know if we're thinking that the Nuggets are going to do anything in the postseason. I mean, they draw a Clippers team in the first round, and of course, Nikola Jokic is going to be there. But what else is there? I think Jokic is a player that can run the entire offense, do his thing. And I do think he is kind of like a coach and a player at the same time. However, I think that they will struggle in the playoffs this season because they don't have anything really outside of Joker that they can consistently count on. And I think that there are some times that he has this tendency to not play defense, and teams are going to try to exploit that, I think. And so I think there's just too much going on with Denver right now, with the coach being moved out. You talk about Russell Westbrook. They do have the talent. They have Michael Porter Jr. And to me, I don't feel like his supporting cast gets enough credit. And I get that he's an amazing player, but Jamal Murray is not a slouch. MPJ is not a slouch. You also have Aaron Gordon. They have like a really solid lineup. Whereas I think when it comes to OKC, they're getting better. You got Lou Dort and guys like that, but they're still young. Like, we're still trying to see what those guys are going to develop into. And the fact that they have already become a dominant team and they're looking and outplaying the Thunder of old, which had the likes of KD, Westbrook, James Harden, I think is extremely impressive. But I don't think that happens without Shai. Until Shai became a guy that was traded to the Thunder by the Clippers, I just don't think that the Thunder will be where they're at right now. And that's not to say and take anything away from Jokic and what they would do, but you take Shai off of this Thunder team, they are not the one seed. They are not, I think, even close to what they have done this season. 68 wins. A lot of that has been on the back of Shai. I mean, the guy's averaging 32 points per game. There were dominant performances by him this entire season. And so I think, given the dominance, given what they've been able to do, given the youth of this team, like, this is impressive. Like, he doesn't have veterans on his team that he's doing this with. This is solely done with younger players. So I think we'll see what happens when it comes to this, but I think it's obvious Shai is the MVP. I don't even think it's a debate. I'm honestly, like, you talking about the leading scorer, outstanding record, top contender, two-way player. Like, if we're going to count what Jokic is doing from an assist and rebounding perspective, are we not going to count what Shai is doing as a defender? Like, how many guys do we know, especially in today's NBA, that are top NBA scorers, top offensive players that are playing defense? Like, we don't see it anymore. Like, it's hard to go out there and drop 50 and then go and lock somebody up on the other side. That was something that Kobe could do. That was something that Jordan could do. And I think we're seeing Shai be able to do that. We also seen him be able to get to the free throw line. I know people complain about the fouls and stuff like that. I'm going with Shai, man. I mean, honestly, I think there's even a debate. Like, I don't like that Giannis is kind of looked over. Like, Giannis came out of this whole thing where he was getting MVPs. I felt like people got voted for Giannis and stopped doing stuff for him. But look at Giannis's supporting cast, right? Like, you talk about Dame, that's his guy there. And then they really struggled to have a third option until they finally got Kyle Kuzma. But the thing about Giannis is putting up crazy numbers, bro. Like, I think it's closer than people really say between Giannis and Joker as well. And I think it's two different offenses. The way that they flow are a little bit different. Obviously, Jokic is completely running that offense. I think that Giannis, if given the opportunity, could do something similar. And I think he's shown it in games where he's had, 20 dimes and stuff like that in games. And I mean, obviously, Giannis is a strong defender as well. And I think it'll be interesting to see what Giannis does now. The last couple postseasons for Giannis haven't been as impressive. And that's what I would also say about Joker outside of the year that they won. Where has the postseason resume gone? Now, that's something that SGA is going to figure out now, especially if he wins the MVP. But I think a lot of people are favoring OKC to win this, or to at least get to the finals to win the West, right? So they're favorites right now. They're the number one seed. They are going to have to get through, I think, the Lakers. They're going to have to get through the Nuggets, possibly. We'll see. If the Nuggets get past the Clippers, we'll have to see. That's going to be a good test because Joker and them are going to have to go against a really good defensive team for the Clippers. And then you also have James Harden and Kawhi kind of clicking. That's going to be an interesting matchup. That's why we'll be talking a lot about this, I think, on this channel, just because the NBA is goated right now with all of the matchups that you can see. But you just think like the Rockets, they're nothing to sleep on. Like the NBA has been really good this season in terms of parity in the league. It's good when the guys like the Suns aren't making the playoffs. Like they're not even making the play in. Correct me. Like the Warriors are in the play in. Like, so this has been a crazy season. But I think, bro, out of everything that's happened this season, how could you not say that SGA is the MVP? Like the stuff that he was able to do night in, night out. And I know Jokic had the 60-point triple double. I get that. But before that, it seemed like every other night Shai was going for 50. I think Shai broke a record, some kind of record this season of him going for 50. It escapes me right now, but somebody let me know in the comments. But bro was going for 50 like it was nothing. All right. Night in, night out, every other night. So I'm going with Shai for the MVP. I don't think it's even close. If he is not the MVP, that would be the most egregious L in history. Last year was egregious. This will be even more egregious. Again, this man is averaging 32 points per game, dog. Like that is not nothing to sneeze at. Almost 33 points per game. His 3-point percentage, he's starting shooting 38, so he could be better there. Field goal percentage 52, free throw percentage 90. I think he was an all-star this season. I think he was the guy, man. I mean, when you really truly look at it, he was super efficient as a player, and I think he deserves to be the MVP. So you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think that he won at a number one seed. I don't chat. Let me know, chat. Like, what am I missing, bro? Like, I don't see how this is even a close debate or argument at this point. I think it's Shai's. I think he should be crowned. If he doesn't, you definitely gonna hear me reacting to it on this channel. But definitely make sure that you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Truly appreciate it. I'll be coming back with all kinds of content. This is gonna be a sports channel now, so I will be talking NBA. I will be talking NFL. I'll be talking anything that we got going on. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to hear me talk about. Would love to hear from you guys. Appreciate it. I'm Ace Boogie, and this has been New Stripe City.